Okay, hi guys, Richard Jackson here from Lepers Jackson Capital. Let's have a look at ES. I might come back and have a look at Euro futures as well, currency futures, but let's start off with ES. Let's just do a recap. Now, Monday and Tuesday, I didn't trade because school holidays. Obviously, I've got better things to do than trade, like hang out with my family. I did get it back onto it last night, so there's not too many trades for me to show you, but I do want to show you, yesterday is very interesting yesterday, because this is back, when I was doing this, 2014, before the 2008, so 06, 07, where the market was just really creeping up nice and slowly. We would just get, 10, 20 point ranges for the entire day. And we had one of these last night, okay? The COVID, all of the hoo-ha that's going on in the economy at the moment, like inflation, interest rate moves, COVID, the war, energy restrictions, all of this type of thing. That's really pumping derivatives, right? So that means, we're going to get bigger ranges, which is great for us. The bigger the range, the more it can move, the more money we make. We've just got to make sure that we've got enough in our coffers so that we can, take a wider stop when we get, large moves. But last night we had this, here, this is a daily over here, daily S&P. We had, from 44 down to 02. So that was a 40 point range. Okay. Normally, if we go right back, 2014, 15, and we also look at 06, 07, I remember when it was like 10 point ranges and 20 point ranges. Maybe you're lucky to get 30 point range out of it, when it just creeps up nice and slow. So we're just got to be aware that, last night, or yesterday was, it's not abnormal. But it's interesting for anybody who started just recently. Okay, so we started off. So we've had this double bottom here. We've moved up. We've closed the gap now. Okay, we've come and hit this 618 of the down move. So I've measured this down move from. And let me just. I did put it there. Let me just double check that. Let me go to 4-hour chart. Yeah, I've come from this point here. Okay. Just before the break. I haven't come from the whole distance. I've come from this last leg in here, okay? And there's our 618 plus the 200 on the 4-hour, okay? Double top in there, and then it just busted straight through it. Came down and stopped yesterday right here on the number one level, on the FE100 of the double top, so the target level. It did pop through on the open. And I'll show you a trade that I took in there as well. But we've got this, see this grey bar in here? Okay, so this is significant. This is this low, okay? This is this low in here. Also coincides kind of with the 50% of this last up move, okay? So this last up move. So let me just double check. Let me just have a look. Oh, which one am I going for? This guy. Have a look there. Let's do the whole thing. Yeah, kind of that, 50% level of the whole up move type of thing. So that's, kind of where we're sitting. I really do like taking the last leg. Yeah, see that very last leg, see that fractal point there to the top, that's the 618 as well. So they all kind of stack. So there's the 50 of the other move. So, they kind of all stack on top of each other. So this is a significant level in here. Okay, so there's 08. Let's have a look at, there's 3,800 on the dot there. Okay, so that's where we stopped last night, 3,800. Pretty much on the dot. There was a lot of early traders might have come in just trying to get there just before everybody else, which would have made it bounce a bit earlier, but really that's a bounce off the 3,800. So this grey zone in here is a support zone, okay? All right, so we really got to break through that to get anywhere. But I think, the down move is over. It did end last week, so it is, we are looking at buying, but we are in fair value, okay? So we've not only got this low here, we've got this, this high fractal, this fractal high here as well. So this is, it's all support in here, okay? So this is SR, yeah? All right, so back into here, let's go down to 30 minute. Okay, so we started off yesterday, it's just going sideways, okay? So we were bouncing in between this range, okay? And I think one of our traders was looking for a break above that. But, usually we've got to really consider, okay, the time of day it is, okay? Usually during the Aussie Asian session, okay, which is the overnight session in the US, you're just going to bounce in a range and right up until the Euro Open, okay? So we're just going to be aware not only of what's going on technically, but also what time it is, what time of day it is, because there's no volume to really push it, okay? And you can see here it was just bashing up against these highs, in about, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I just could not get through it, okay? And then it ended up just falling away. Let me go down to a 1 minute chart. Where am I? No, let's keep going back. Here we go, there we go. Just bouncing right up against these highs here, and then it just fell away. So anybody who saw this as a double top, that was a nice move to the downside. There was one of the order block stop pop type of trades that we take. I missed it, but it was somewhere in here. Oh, it was somewhere here, I think it was. There was probably about 400 orders sitting on the ES. So it was coming into the bottom here, but because of just the sheer amount of orders, I think it was right here actually. It was going to take that little bit of a run from 20. Yeah, it was about 38.20 right down to 15 or 14. Okay, so and that's where it stopped. Okay, so then we made this divergence in here. Right off our SR level, we made this divergence. So I took the first one is I took this one short off the first touch of 50, and then I went long on the pullback of this move up, and I took that right up into 27, I think it was. So there was 2 trades there, around about 10 points. That was kind of I wasn't too stressed. 2 winners straight off the bat. I was pretty happy with that. So. I wasn't really concentrating on it from there. I did come into it and have a look at this. It did have another, push into the same SR level and a rejection straight away. Okay, so this was our next trading opportunity in here. So let me just get rid of this so we can see it properly. Okay, so that is definite rejection with this huge bullish engulfing candle to the upside. So at the end of that candle, take it up into the 50. That's about 4 points. At the 50, you could have reversed it as well. However, because of that severe rejection, I didn't want to reverse that because it could have just punched straight through it. Okay, especially when we're in this consolidation sideways area, it could have just come straight back up into these 500 and 1,000, right? But anyway, so I took that long in there, so that was it for me for the night. But however, I did see this slow, gradual move to the downside and then a break to the upside. So that was a good trade to when this broke. Okay, we could have even said that that's still a floor in there at 38.12, and then when it broke up, let's just do our count in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E. So there's E. E, F, G type of thing, and then break, right? So anyway, I'll let you guys consider that one. In here, pseudo double top at 40. Okay, so that was a nice trade to the downside if you wanted to take the 40 level. But yeah, and then we come back and we hit the 200. So and then look at this, just crazy trading all night, right? So, I guess what we've got to do as traders is identify that are we in a really severe trend? Because we've got, here's 4 points. Let's just stretch it out. There's only like 2.5 points per marker there. We're really only we're not really, it's not highly volatile, right? So, and it didn't really want to go for a run, okay, at all until the end of the night, right? You could see a lot of traders came in here in the morning, and then it just fizzled right back toward the afternoon in the US, right? So there was a lot of guys last night that were looking for those runners that would have just got eaten alive, okay? And this is, for those trend traders that are out there, those trend traders are not really looking for, they hate days like this. So I guess that's something that's, you've got to really be adaptable to what type of condition that you're in very quickly, okay? This morning, right now, we've come and tested it again, okay? There's a rejection. So look, we're still rejecting 38.12, okay? So just be careful that this will go sideways as well, right up until Euro Open or even US Open tonight, okay? There is no real news out, so we've just got to be aware. Let me just have a look at calendar. Wednesday, 29th, that's us. Powell's out. Nothing's really going on, guys. Some inflation, flash inflation. So this is not the proper inflation, this is just flash. But that's tomorrow. So unemployment, Italy, unemployment rate, Euro area, this might be a goer, okay, this one. So let's keep our eyes out. Tomorrow evening for that one. So really nothing spectacular is really going to start shifting the markets. So just be aware of what's going on. Okay, so let's just quickly have a look at Euro. So Euro futures just pretty much copy what the CFDs are doing. The CFDs copy what the Euro futures are doing. So just be aware that we're talking about the same thing. Saw a couple of nice trades on here last night. Okay, a couple of opportunities. I didn't take these, but I know that there are a couple of 5-minute Euro traders that are in the group. So this move to the downside, 50 could have taken that one nicely. Coming into this was a fairly significant area in here as well. Let me just find. This was the 0550 level. Okay, there's 06. There's $6, $6.50. Okay, $5 further down here somewhere, wherever it is. Okay, $5. So these are our handles that we're working with. So there was a nice bounce there off 0550. That could have been taken for the upside. There was a nice trade here as well coming in. The first touch of the 200. So a lot of guys would say, this didn't work over here. But this is what I mean by first touch. It moves, goes sideways, touches for the first time after a move, right? This is not much of a move for it to touch again. We can see here now we've had a move. Let's wait until it comes and touches the 200 again, and then we'll take it again to the downside, okay? Obviously, everything's still moving to the downside. Our most recent floor was 04 down here, so we need to mark that in. Okay, so 04, let's just make it a little bit wider. So I might come down here and have another look at it. So let's just make sure that we keep that in there. But anyway, yeah, so that's kind of a little bit about 6E. One, which is Euro futures, which is pretty much the same as the Euro USD CFD. All right, I guess if anybody's got any questions, please let me know. Thanks.